Victor Von Doom is not merely a villain. He is the singular, immovable wall against which the entire Marvel Universe has shattered itself for over 60 years. He is the man who defeated the Beyonder, stole the power of gods, and stitched a broken multiverse back together with his own iron will. To understand his endgame, you must understand that Doom does not play to win, he plays to transcend. The story begins in Latveria, in the dark shadows of a Romani camp. His mother, Cynthia, sold her soul to Mephisto to protect her people. His father, Werner, died in the freezing snow, leaving Victor a boy with nothing but a genius-level intellect and a burning, singular hatred for the universe. He arrived in America, enrolled at Empire State University, and met his lifelong obsession, Reed Richards. Doom didn't just want to be better than Reed, he wanted to be the architect of reality itself. When he attempted to build a machine to communicate with the afterlife, a minor calculation error, amplified by Reed's interference, scarred his face and shattered his psyche. He didn't blame the math, he blamed Reed. That moment defined his endgame. Doom would prove that humanity's salvation required the cold, hard logic of a tyrant, not the sentimental weakness of a hero. Fast forward to 1984. The Beyonder, an omnipotent entity from outside our reality, plucked the greatest heroes and villains from Earth and dropped them onto Battleworld. While everyone else fought for survival, Doom fought for sovereignty. He tracked down the Beyonder, analyzed his energy signature, and orchestrated a coup that shook the heavens. He successfully stole the Beyonder's power. For a brief, flickering moment, Dr. Doom became the god of everything. He didn't use that power to rule Earth. He used it to look into the future. He saw millions of possible realities. He saw the end of all things, and he realized that no matter how many wars the Avengers won, entropy was the final victor. Doom decided that if the universe was going to die, it would only do so under his supervision. This is the central irony of Victor Von Doom. He is a narcissist who believes his own ego is the only thing capable of preserving existence. Look at the 2015 Secret Wars event. The incursions had destroyed the multiverse. Earth 616 and Earth 1610 collided. Total annihilation. While the heroes panicked, Doom forged an alliance with Doctor Strange and the Molecule Man. He created Battleworld, a fractured, patchwork planet held together by his own divine authority. He became God Emperor Doom. He took Sue Storm as his wife. He raised Franklin Richards as his son. He recreated the world in his image, replacing the chaos of natural law with the stability of his own iron fist. He didn't do it because he was a monster. He did it because he was the only one who could. Even then, he knew he was a failure. He couldn't create a perfect world because deep down, he knew he was not Reed Richards. He could steal the power, but he could never replicate the heart. His endgame has never been about conquest. It is about a legacy. Doom suffers from a profound existential loneliness. He wants to be the savior of mankind, but he demands that mankind kneel before him to accept the salvation. He is the ultimate dark mirror of the superhero archetype. In the modern era, Doom has occupied roles ranging from the Sorcerer Supreme to the Iron Man of Latveria. He has stepped into the armor of Tony Stark, trying to prove that he could be the hero the world desperately needed. He failed, of course, because Doom cannot exist without conflict. Peace is a vacuum that he must fill with his own ambition. Consider the Books of Doom series. It reveals that Victor is perpetually cursed by his own choices. Every time he reaches the summit, he sabotages himself. He chooses the mask over the face. He chooses the armor over the man. He chooses the throne over the kingdom. He is trapped in a loop of his own creation. Why does he return again and again, even after being reduced to nothing? Because Marvel needs him. He is the only character who can challenge the concept of order itself. He doesn't represent evil in the traditional sense. He represents the terrifying possibility that we might actually be safer if we surrendered our agency to a man who believes he is always right. Look at his technical mastery. He has mastered time travel, teleportation, sorcery, and cybernetics. He is the only character who keeps a backup plan for his backup plans. When he fights the Avengers, he isn't just throwing energy blasts. He is calculating probability, testing their emotional vulnerabilities, and waiting for the exact moment the heroes lose faith in each other. His endgame is the ultimate synthesis of science and magic. He wants to create a reality where time doesn't decay, where entropy is halted, and where his mother's soul is eternally redeemed. He is trying to solve the equation of death. Every time he builds a Doombot, every time he constructs a planetary defense system, he is fighting a war against the inevitable end of existence. Some say Doom is just a villain who can't get over his high school rival. That is a shallow reading of a much deeper tragedy. Doom is a man who saw the death of everything and decided that if he was going to die, he would go down fighting the laws of physics themselves. If Victor Von Doom finally achieves his endgame, if he finally ascends to the throne of the Omniverse and fixes the broken clockwork of time, will he be satisfied? Or will he sit on his throne, look out over a perfectly ordered, silent, and compliant universe, and realize that he has finally become the very thing he hated most? He would be alone, he would be absolute, and he would be entirely, irrevocably correct. The tragedy of Doctor Doom is not that he fails. The tragedy is that he knows exactly what he has to sacrifice to save us, and he is willing to pay the price, even if it means he will never be forgiven. He doesn't want your love. He doesn't even want your gratitude. He wants the universe to survive. He is the iron mask in the dark, watching the stars burn out, waiting for the right moment to reset the board. We call him a villain because we fear the silence of his rule. But in the grand calculus of the Marvel Universe, he might just be the only one who truly understands what it means to be a god. We look at Doom and see a dictator, but look closer. Perhaps what we are really seeing is the reflection of our own desire for a world that makes sense. Perhaps we hate Doom because we recognize that he is doing exactly what we would do if we had the power, and that scares us more than anything else. The end game is not a finale, it is a cycle. As long as there is chaos, there will be a need for order. As long as there is weakness, there will be a need for strength. And as long as there is a Marvel universe, there will be Victor Von Doom, standing on the edge of tomorrow, holding the blueprint for our salvation, waiting for us to finally realize that he was right all along. If the universe ends, it will not be with a whimper, it will be with the sound of a heavy metal boot